So we have Crandall University and Apply Board in partnership with Apply Board. So we are going to talk about New Brunswick. We're going to talk about the university, what are the programs, and what are the opportunity that awaits for you if you guys wanted to, study and live in New Brunswick. But I just want Angela to basically tell us what Apply Boards do for our students. Hi, Angela.
Hello, hello. Good morning in New Brunswick, and then good evening to our friends who are tuning in from Manila, Philippines. My name is Angela. I am representing Apply Board for the team here in the Philippines. So I wanted to very quickly just give you an overview of what Apply Board is all about. So we're actually an education platform. We help connect you with the right people that you need to work with, such as our friends from SLE. We get to connect you with the right people to work with, who are also in turn connected with us, who helps you connect with over 1,700 schools across the globe. So of course, for today, we are focusing our attention. Today's session is all about Crandall University. And of course, our friends are here live from New Brunswick. So we're very, very excited about this one. And we only get to partner, of course, with the best people. And that's why we're so excited to have people from SLE and from Crandall University. So that's essentially our role. We just want to make sure that you guys are getting things together, getting things done. We want to make sure that all your documents are complete. They remain confidential and secure because we value your data privacy, of course. So the way it works, the way we work at Apply Board, we make sure that you get the best kind of service with the best kind of people, and you get connected in the best kind of way. And that's why we are here today with Crandall University and, of course, our friends from SLE.
Yeah. So basically, guys, I know you guys know me already. We help aspiring international students to connect as well, connect them to universities, colleges, and then prepare them, right? How life works here, how student life works here. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And we want to hear it straight from the university so that we can set your expectation, right? So now let's go right straight to Crandall University. So if you guys have any questions, you can comment below. Please let us know where you're watching because sometimes we have like from other countries too, not just Filipinos. So just let us know and we are more than happy to answer your questions. So I'll pass it over to Crandall University.
Well, I'll start things off. My name is Tyler Steckley, and I've had the pleasure of working at Crandall University and now working a bit with Providence University College, which we'll get to a little bit later at the end of our presentation. But I just wanted to say a quick thank you to the Apply Board team and SLE for having us on this call. I had the pleasure of being in the Philippines just a few months ago, and it was a great experience. I have to say the weather was a little bit hot for me, a little bit humid. That's one of the things I really appreciate about Canada is we have four beautiful seasons. So we get the snow and we get a little bit of heat, but not quite the heat that you guys get. Yeah, so I'm excited to be on this call today with I mentioned my colleague Amanda and Elizabeth, who are both here. Amanda's going to walk you through Crandall University in New Brunswick and sort of the campus options and the opportunities that students have to be in the beautiful province of New Brunswick. And then at the end of this session, just before our Q&A time, I'll talk a little bit about a similar opportunity that you have in Winnipeg, actually, in Manitoba, from Providence University College, who I'm representing today. So I'm going to hand things over now to my colleague, Amanda. Amanda, do you want to take things away?
Sure. It's so good to be here. I'm so excited. We love getting to connect, and it's cool to connect and see people from Apply Board. It's the first time for me. I've been with the university for almost 7 months now, and we are excited. We are a quickly growing university, and we have a large international student population, and it's just growing all the time. So we love it. and we love that we get to connect with the Philippines. Like, this is cool tonight. Thank you guys for staying up late. Many of you probably have early mornings, so thank you for staying up late and being with us. But I will just start. I'm hoping everybody can see our lovely campus in front of you right now. So this is our Moncton campus here at Providence University. You can scan that QR code if you are watching on a computer, and that will take you to our little link tree. So all of our links will be there if you want to find out more information. But this is our Moncton campus. And on the right-hand side, you can see Canada there, and right in the very little burgundy color, you can see where New Brunswick is. So we are on the very, 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 very east of Canada. We are part of the Maritime provinces. So there's a little group of us here on the end on the East Coast, and we love it here. We are the friendliest people out of all of Canada, let me say. And then on the left-hand side, you can see New Brunswick a little bit more up close. And you'll notice two little Crandall shields there, little Crandall logos. Those are the places for both of our campuses. So we have a new campus that we'll talk about a little bit later, but those are two options that you have in New Brunswick. And just a little bit about New Brunswick in general. I mean, we have a high quality education here at Crandle. You will not find better than what we have. We have small class sizes. We have very personal, I don't know, on the East Coast, we are very personal. We like to get to know people. We like to get to know names. We're really good at doing that. We have here in Moncton, we have incredible cultural diversity. We have had over 65, I think it is, countries represented in total here at Crandle. So it is just growing, and it's amazing.
Amanda, I just want to mention, I think I don't know if I mentioned it to Angela. I used to live in Atlantic for 2 years when I came here as an international student. And I totally agree with you that,
Oh,
it's very close knit environment in Atlantic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. And safe and peaceful. I mean,
Yes.
anybody that comes here, especially from, different countries, I think one of the first things they'll always say is that it feels very safe and very calm and very peaceful. We love that. We like East Coast living is a bit more slow, a bit more, just quiet, depending on where you are. I mean, you can find craziness if you look for it. And work opportunities. Moncton is a hub for a lot of things here on the East Coast. So there's a lot of different industries located here, a lot of opportunities here. We are a hub for stuff going through by trains and things and boats and all of the things. So we kind of get everything here. So it is a hub for a lot of industry and a thriving workforce. And the quality of life. I mean, you guys can attest. It's pretty, if anybody has visited the East Coast of Canada before, we value and we definitely take pride in our quality of life over here. And again, New Brunswick, affordable living and education. So even apart for the rest of Canada, New Brunswick and the East Coast, I do find is more affordable than anywhere else in Canada. We have quite good, if you're looking at Toronto or you're looking at Vancouver, being a part of a smaller province and smaller cities like Moncton, we do have a more affordable way of living. And immigration opportunities, we have many, many students who will stay longer than their program here, and we are eligible for a postgraduate work permit. Community engagement and supports. Oh my gosh, we have an incredible community here. We have different associations that love helping newcomers come and settle here. We're quite good at that. And proximity to nature. we sometimes we share this on our Instagram. I'll give our Instagram a little shout out. I just shared one just then from New Brunswick. We have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nature here. We have hiking trails. We have oceans. We have rivers. We have beautiful, beautiful things. So if you are looking for a fun Canadian experience, like what you would see on TV or like in the movies when they talk about Canada, New Brunswick is a good place to come for that. And cultural fusion and heritage. I've said this before, but we have such a beautiful mix of different cultures here, and it's just growing. And we definitely need more people from the Philippines to come here. Yeah, so there's that. So here's the city.
I have a quick question. Sorry, Amanda. Just a quick one. How much is the average rent? Let's say a single person will be renting like a room in
for like a single apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment.
1 bedroom. Usually it's a 1 bedroom, right?
I would say, I mean, last year I myself rented a 1-bedroom apartment by myself, and I was paying $1,200.
Oh, not bad.
That was
in Victoria. Just to compare, in Victoria, British Columbia, you'll pay for a 1 bedroom like 1,800.
Yeah.
So that's like
and I had
that's pretty steep.
Yeah, I had a really nice place too. I loved it. But I mean, it ranges depending on like, you know, if it's new or old. I would say anywhere for a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,200 to $1,500. I would say would be good.
That's actually pretty okay. And then in comparison to what you were saying, 1.8 to 1.5, that's pretty substantial. I mean,
because that's like
deal.
I think that's something that we should highlight as well. Right now, with the high cost of living in Canada, you want to be somewhere where you can afford to live.
Absolutely. I agree.
I know that a lot of our students who choose to study in New Brunswick will often like share apartments or houses or rooms.
Yeah.
So the typical price to like rent a room somewhere could be around like $500 to $600 a month. So if you do want to go more that route of sharing a house or a space or renting just a room, it is quite affordable, especially in comparison to like Toronto or Vancouver, Victoria, like you mentioned.
Just jumping into that kind of conversation, because we are talking about the rent and we want to be transparent about the rates, the housing rates and all. So I also wanted to direct this this question to our friends from Crandall and even from SLE. I just wanted to ask, and just in case some people are out there also thinking like, oh, so how do I get in touch with people who are out there who are also interested in renting? Maybe I can get in touch with someone. Is there a service that Crandall is offering to connect our students with areas that have that kind of rental, or does SLE have that kind of service where you go the extra mile in terms of making sure that they have the right kind of housing is addressed and all that? Do you have that kind of service though?
For SLE, we do have mentors, right? So we connect them with people living in New Brunswick. That's how we position SLE from other I would not say competitors, but with other organization. But you can connect with one of our mentors, and then our mentors will tell you, oh, this is how you find housing. They're not gonna really literally give you a house, but they will tell you how to find it, because like in Canada, they're like scammers too, so you have to be vigilant, right? You need to know how to find the right place and right location as well.
I love that. At least you're also giving them enough information to get that kind of informed kind of decision making skills. And how about you guys from Crandall? What's your input on this one?
I can speak into this. I think Amanda's going to get to it a little bit, but we have on-campus housing that we definitely will support and encourage students to look into. If a student does decide to live off campus, we have so many resources here in the city. So even though our institute might not have a big catalog or access to apartments to direct students to directly, we've connected with a number of organizations, nonprofit organizations within the city. So we have a multicultural association. We have 3 different nonprofits that I can think of off the top of my head that provide settlement services. So there's a number of different resources that are available here in the city. Another thing, I'm just going to take Amanda's thunder here, is we are the most diverse city per capita in all of Canada. So even though we are a smaller population, we have a very diverse population. And the way that our city has been able to become so diverse is through some of these supports and resources that we have set up and available for students. So even though our institute, we can't say that we're providing all the supports to students. The reason we don't need to have these supports in place is because our city, our municipality is so welcoming to newcomers, and they have the resources set up and in place for newcomers to get the support they need and to settle well in a new place, literally on the opposite side of the world if you're coming from the Philippines.
Fantastic. I think
Thank you,
that's very good to know.
Yeah. Also, we have, I don't know, our students are very good at just connecting with one another before they come here. And I think that that's one of the best and biggest ways that they settle here is just the connection. And we have an incredible orientation for our students when they land here. We have a very in-depth orientation where they meet each other and they become like lifelong family from that point.
Yeah.
So a lot of students will just come and even just come like a week before. They might get a hotel. They might not even really know where they're going at that point. And then they meet these people and they make connections, and then we give them our resources, and then they're set.
Yeah, that's what I like about like small
Yeah.
small provinces, right? You help each other, you have each
Yes.
other. And when I came to Canada, like the first time in Atlantic, someone picked me up from the airport for free. They don't even know me. It's just they're gonna help you because
Yeah.
they know like when you're a newcomer, like
Yeah.
everything is like new to you, right?
Yeah.
And I think city of Moncton is the same, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're pretty proud of what we have going on here. And again, just to continue, we are one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. We do have a thriving economy and workforce, like I mentioned before, due to our location and just our growth. It is affordable. We are the only bilingual city in the world. So not in the world, in Canada. We speak English and French. Both are official languages here. And we are very invested in welcoming newcomers. So Magma, the picture there on the screen, they are our Multicultural Association of Greater Moncton. And last year alone, they helped over 3,000 newcomers to Moncton. So they are very involved in Crandall life. And again,
What's the current population in Moncton right now?
It depends. We have like, so we have Moncton.
I think Tyler wants to answer.
I can. I think our number, what we typically say is around 250,000 people. So a quarter of a million people. Yeah. So when you think of Manila, it's hard to even imagine, right? But we are the largest city in our province, and we're the second largest city in Atlantic Canada. So just thinking about what Amanda said with the access to nature and the opportunities that you have to get out of the city, it's great here. We say that everything's within like a 15-minute drive. So, I mean, I had to get 3 blocks in Manila, and I think it took me an hour in a taxi. So just knowing that you can get anywhere in 15 minutes is really, really nice.
Just to have a comparison again, GTA is 7 million. Okay, guys. And this is 250,000. So you still have the space.
I think that another sort of like question that comes out of that conversation is sometimes like, what about jobs? Like, I want to be able to support myself in the city, and I want to support myself and know that I have opportunities for growth even after my education. So like what opportunities are really going to be in the city of Moncton? Amanda already touched on it, is like Moncton is a hub city. It's central. It's in the middle of Atlantic Canada, and it has a number of industries. Like our major industries in New Brunswick are like transportation, logistics. We have like Walmart and Amazon headquarters that are in our city, serving the entire maritime area. We have a ton of manufacturing, but then also due to our bilingual reality here, speaking both English and French, we have a number of different headquarters. So all the East Coast headquarters for a number of the main banks here in Canada are all located in New Brunswick. So we have a ton of economic opportunities for students to really thrive here. And the reason why our city is so interested in welcoming newcomers and have all these supports for newcomers, and why we have become such a diverse city, is because our city and our province are like, look, we have all these job opportunities, but we don't have enough people to fill the jobs. And we have, over the next 5 years, like a third of our workforce is scheduled to retire. So we're going to have all these job opportunities opening up through these, we call them like the baby boomers retiring. So we need to welcome newcomers to fill these roles that are continuing to open up in our workforce. So there's a ton of opportunities in the city of Moncton, and we're really excited to welcome newcomers to help encourage our economic growth and to continue the economic growth in our region.
Thank you for that, Tyler. So right now you have 1,600 students. You mentioned like you have how many campuses do you guys have?
We have 2 campuses right now. So we have a brand new one, and we just last week had our very first orientation for our new Sussex campus, which I will talk about in a couple of slides. But we have 2 different options. So Moncton campus would be our more city campus, and then Sussex campus would be more rural, so even smaller again. So if you're looking for like small town Canada, that would be your option. So yeah, we have, on all of our campuses, our like academic excellence is so high. Like it is our priority. It is our, we just love to be able to offer that to students, and students can trust that when they come to Crandle, they will have an excellent experience with their academics. Our faculty to student ratio is 13-1. So our students have access to their professors. We have amazing professors. They are super friendly. They will go above and beyond. Our students like love their professors. And with our programs, our master's programs that we offer, it's so unique and very, it's very interactive, and our professors love, they love to teach it. And so our students can feel that. And we also have nationally ranked athletics. We have an incredible basketball team, volleyball team. We have an international boxing team that is the only university level boxing team in all of Canada. So they go internationally and compete. So if you are a boxer and you're looking for some opportunity, you can come here and get involved. We're quite proud of that.
We love boxing in the Philippines.
Yeah. So our undergraduate programs, for anybody who's interested, we do offer undergraduate as well as master's levels. So we have the Bachelor of Arts, we have Bachelor of Business, and Bachelor of Science. And where you see the yellow arrows, those are our most popular programs. So psychology, history, accounting, biology, those are some options for undergraduate. But mostly, most of our international students, the biggest chunk of our international students come for our graduate programs. So we have our Master of Management program, which is 2 years. It is course-based, and it has an internship opportunity at the end. And then we have our Master of Organizational Management program, which is 12 months, and it is course-based. So it's both of them have different qualifications that you need, and we'll go over that in a moment. So this for our Master of Organizational Management, this is our 1-year program. It is 3-year postgraduate work permit eligible. We get that question quite a lot. And so the ideal student for this program would be if you had 5 or more years of working experience. So if you're looking to just really excel in the workforce where you're at, or if you're looking to like upgrade or do something different, this would be a great program for you. And we're looking at like 30 years old ish. I mean, some people start working when they're quite young. So, I mean, it depends on who you are, but that would be around about the age group. And you're just looking to enhance your qualifications and just level up a little. We are open for May right now, for May 2025. That is where we're currently accepting applications for May. And this is one of our alumni students. She had graduated a while back, but this is Charmaine. She is from the Philippines, and this is her testimonial here, if you can read it. And she's also standing in our great hall, so you can see the Manila flag behind, or the Philippines flag behind her. And a bunch of other flags. We have a flag hung for every country that's been here. So we love hearing our students' testimonies from how it impacted their lives. And this is our Master of Management program. So this is the 2-year program. It does have an internship opportunity at the end. So the first year is in class, followed by the second year has some online coursework, and then you have the option of having an internship towards the end, or you can also do, there's other options, but people love the internship option. And it is 3-year postgraduate work permit eligible. And for this one, we are looking for, you don't have to have work experience for this program. So if you're just finishing your bachelor's, wherever you are, you're finishing your bachelor's and you want something more, you want to upgrade and get your master's, our Master of Management program would be perfect. So our average is about 24 to 35 years old, somebody who's been through about 4 years of university or so. Or you're looking to change your career. You might have been working for a while. You might have graduated back in, 2005, and you just want to upgrade. You want to come back and do some more schooling and get your master's in management. We have a lot of students that fit that role as well. And again, this is Joycelyn. She's a graduate from our Master of Management program. And we have great because we very much try to connect our students with the workforce while they're here. And then usually towards the end, when the internship pops up, people are already in pretty good places where they can just intern where they are working. And our professors really go above and beyond with connecting people to the community and giving the tools to connect and to succeed afterwards. So here are they side by side, just in case anybody has questions or just to help compare the two. So we have the Master of Management, which is 2 years, and the Master of Organizational Management, which is just a 1-year program. A little bit similar in overall education and what it covers, but just different in what you're in the need.
Yeah, I think we have. Oh, sorry, Taylor. I think we have 2 questions here.
The question here. Do you just want to go back a slide, Amanda?
Oh yeah. Oh, I never even saw the questions until right this moment.
All good. I'll answer that if that's all right.
Yeah.
I see Joel is asking, do you have a master's program related to human resources? I think it's really important to sort of outline a little bit what are Masters of Management and Masters of Organizational Management programs like. What am I learning in that? I know you might know about like an MBA, which is more focused on sort of those hard skills. So thinking of finance, accounting, really understanding the nuts and bolts of an organization and how to look at the numbers and have that organization succeed. Our 2 Masters of Management and Masters of Organizational Management programs are going to touch on those areas for sure. But the focus of these and how they differ from an MBA is you're looking a lot more at the soft skills. So how do I lead an organization? How do I manage a team, a diverse team with individuals from around the world? How do I manage my human resources well within the organization? So our master's degrees are going to be touching on, you're going to have your finance classes, of course. You're going to be learning about how to lead within an organization, but really both of these master's degrees are going to touch on those human resources. You're going to have a class on human resources. So I would just like to mention, Joel, both of these programs would be great options. They both touch on the HR aspect of the program. Wow, we're ripping through the questions.
Do you want to like are we done with like the slides?
No,
Yeah,
a few
Oh,
more.
we're not
we have a
done.
few more slides, and then we can get to questions. Is that okay?
Okay, guys, just wait. Just wait.
Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, you might get the answers as the slides move
Yeah.
along, so that's all right.
Yeah.
But that's actually great that we're getting that kind of interaction and
Mhm.
generating this kind of interest. So this is actually very exciting. So going back to Amanda,
Yeah.
microphone is back to
Well,
you.
actually, we're going. So this, I think, right here. Oh, right. Here's our Sussex campus. Right.
Oh.
So on New Brunswick, on the left there, you see both of those little shields. The one that's a little bit more north, that's the Moncton campus, and the one that's a little bit more south, that's our Sussex campus. So it's an hour drive, approximately, like highway, like an hour on the highway drive between the two campuses.
Not bad.
So this is just a little bit about our Sussex campus before we head into anything else. So we are only offering our Master of Management. So our 2-year program is the only one that we're offering right now at our Sussex campus. So it is a very small hospitable community. So the population is 5,000 of Sussex.
Wow.
So a small town. We're talking like, those like cute little movies with like cute little Canadian towns, like the outskirts, like that's this town. It's small town. It's so cute. It's very cute Christmas time. It has
it's very walkable as well.
Yeah,
it's like
super.
A car to live in Sussex. You're able to walk to campus, walk to your job, walk everywhere.
It's a nice
totally
community.
Yeah.
Right now
I'm
right now
thinking
I'm in
like,
a
the peg of
10,000.
Hallmark.
Yeah, it is a
Hallmark
Hallmark
TV.
100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, or if you had a bike would be excellent as well for getting around Sussex. It's super cute, very, very safe, very sweet town. But they do have a thriving economy and workforce. There's quite a few large organizations that are there, factories and different things that are there in Sussex. So there would be quite a good opportunity for work there. And because it is a smaller place, it would be a lot more easy to get noticed and to get a foot in the door, I feel like, with a very small personable community where you can, walk to different organizations and yeah, it would be very easy to be known in Sussex and just to get a good foot in the door. It is a very affordable place to live. So again, it's quite rural, and there are apartment buildings there, and we do have on-campus housing here. So this is located at our Kingswood University partnership. So it is another university that is there in Sussex that we've had a relationship for a very long time. We love this place, and so they are offering our program there. So they're giving us their space and letting our students study in Sussex for a different experience. But it is the exact same program with Crandle professors. You graduate with a Crandle certificate at the end. And so it is, if you're looking for something with a little bit more small town charm, this would be an incredible place to go. We just had our orientation there last week, our very first one. And it went very, very well. We've had students that are already just living on campus and loving it and connecting with the community and getting out in nature. It is beautiful here today. It is like 26 degrees Celsius, I think today is with sun. So it is nice. It's nice here. It's like summer has already begun. We're very excited about it after a long winter. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. And today is actually the first day of classes there for our students in Sussex. And they're having a barbecue. So it's a very close-knit community, very kind and caring, and it's what you would expect for a small town, Atlantic town. So here I'm going to pass things off to Tyler. He's going to talk to us a little bit more about Providence
Sure.
University College.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really quick, and then we're gonna get into questions. So I'm super excited to represent Providence University College, that's located in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So students have an opportunity to also study in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and study a similar degree to what we have in Sussex. So the Masters of Management program is offered by our university, by Providence University College in the city of Winnipeg. So it's a downtown campus. Providence University has a downtown campus. It's right in central Winnipeg. Winnipeg is another great option if you have maybe friends, maybe family, maybe you know people in Manitoba, but you're really attracted to the degrees offered at Crandall University. Maybe check out Providence University College.
Oh, so the degree will be also be
Yeah,
offered in Winnipeg. Oh, that's great.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's similar curriculum. It's a similar degree
Mm-mm.
as the 2-year Masters of Management at Crandall University, but it's being offered by Providence University College. So I'm excited to represent
Mm-mm.
this today. Um, Again,
Mm-mm.
Winnipeg is another city in Canada that doesn't get the credit it deserves. So
Mm-mm.
it's a little bit smaller than Vancouver or Calgary or Toronto, but it's the third fastest growing economy in Canada. It's another affordable place to live, and really, Winnipeg is known for its for being culturally rich and extremely diverse. We have the Canadian Center for Human Rights. It's a huge museum that's in Winnipeg. Winnipeg really cares about its people and cultural diversity. It's really sort of this small example of what Canada is as a whole. So we just wanted to mention that this is another option for students looking for a 2-year master's degree. So I'll go
Mm-hmm.
into the
Yeah.
requirements. I'm going to be talking on behalf of both Providence University College and Crandall University. So it's the same requirements for all our programs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for an undergraduate degree, we're really looking from the Philippines for a 70% overall, and that's sort of that K-12 system. And then if you're looking at one of our master's programs, so we talked about our Masters of Management, that 2-year program, and Masters of Organizational Management, which is our 1-year program. Both those graduate degrees are course-based degrees, which means that you might be stressed thinking a master's degree, that means I have to do a thesis, that means I have to do a bunch of writing. That's not how our master's degrees are. They're course-based, and really our master's degrees are setting up students to succeed in the Canadian workforce. That's our desire. We want to set students up for success here in Canada and to be a leader here in Canada. So it's all course-based graduate programs. So what do we need for you to enter into one of our master's degrees? We would need a 2 out of 5 on a reverse scale, or about 80% overall. So we do have pretty high standards that we require of our Filipino applicants, and we are looking for a 4-year bachelor's degree. So we know that some of our students are doing the old system in the Philippines. Maybe they did that like high school university setup. As long as we see 4 years of university, we can work with you, okay? So I want to reassure you there. And then the language requirements. I know I was in the Philippines. You guys have the great English. I was so thankful, and you guys speak so well. But our institute does still require, both institutes do still require an English test. So this will really help you if you have like an IELTS. If you're applying through like the student direct stream, or you want to get your study permit quick, getting an English test is a great idea for you. But we also accept tests like Duolingo. So Duolingo you can do
I
from
will go
home.
ahead with Duolingo.
Yeah.
And
You're predisposed to choosing Duolingo then.
Angela, you probably have a shout out for the Apply Shop, eh? Right about
Yeah.
now?
No, not really, but we just wanted to get it out there that, just in case you're also interested in taking any of the tests, like whether that's IELTS, Duolingo, TOEFL, PDE, all you got to do is really just get in touch with SLE, and then we'll hook you up through the Apply Shop, of course. Thank you for reminding me about that one, Tyler. Fantastic segue right there. So yeah, we do have what we call the Apply Shop, which is actually going to offer you some discounts, exclusive discounts, if you sign up through SLE. So that's the way you want to do it. And like what Tyler mentioned, this is not really just to, like, just for the heck of it, like, we just want to require you to take an English language test. It's really just to ensure that you are being set up for success, because they want to make sure that when you get there at the institution, whether you choose Providence or Crandall, you will be able to absorb what's going on in your
Yeah.
environment. And one way for them to make sure that you will be able to get the best kind of education is for you to go and take that test. And whether you use it for as part of the admissions, eventually down the line, you will still need to take that kind of test or give that kind of result for work purposes. So guys, you might as well just do it. You might as well just do it, you guys.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
hey, we have now the Q&A. Okay, we have so
Exactly.
many questions here. We still
Just
have 15
before
more minutes.
just before we start the questions, I just want to say a couple of things that we missed. Okay,
Okay.
so both institutes, Crandall University, Providence University College, where we focus a lot on our academic success of our students and academic integrity. I know Amanda mentioned that a little bit earlier on. But the reason why we have this focus and our desire for academic excellence is really due to our original roots. Our roots as universities. So both universities are private Christian universities here in Canada. So we don't receive any public funding. We're funded through donors who graciously give and believe in the mission of both Crandall University and Providence University College. This is really unique in Canada. A lot of our institutes are government funded. Another thing that makes us a little bit unique in how we focus more on academics is we aren't party schools. We are for mature learners that are really looking to succeed here in Canada. We have dry campuses, which means that there's no alcohol on campus, no drugs, no smoking. So it makes us a little bit unique in the Canadian context. And then it really allows students to succeed and focus on academics. So I just want to make sure that students sort of know that distinction and that opportunity that they have when studying at a Christian institute and how that makes us a little bit different.
You
But
basically just focus on studying.
yes, we focus on
You don't have
studies
other
and we
distractions,
focus
right?
on the success of the student. We want students to
Mm.
settle well. And being Christian institutes, one of our main sort of like focuses as Christians is hospitality. We want to be welcoming, we want to be loving, we want to care for our students well. So that's
Mm.
what we do. We welcome students from all backgrounds, all religious backgrounds, all lifestyle backgrounds, and we welcome them to campus with hospitality, and we try to ensure their success here in a new place. So that's sort of what makes us different.
Okay.
But yeah, we can move on to questions now.
Can I add one more thing? We do have tons of fun. We have an incredible, crazy, like student life center, and they are full of life and full of fun, and they are constantly like connecting our international students. We have international nights, we have cultural nights, we have movies, we have like they go hiking on the Fundy trail. Like they do a lot of things that and give our students a lot of opportunities to just do things they might not ever have had the chance to do before. Or our student life team does a great job of connecting our students and giving them an amazing like Canadian experience.
Okay. Thank you for adding that, Amanda. Because they might think that, oh, probably Crandall or Providence is like a boring university. But, you do
Yeah.
other things.
Oh no, we are fun.
You have, like other activities that you can do. Also, if you love like living in a small town, like the vibe, if that's something that you like, this is like the perfect university or place for you guys. So let's start with the questions. We have one here from Keen Marie Da Rosa. I'm in the tech field working as a web developer. Are the opportunities in New Brunswick after taking master? So what's the tech situation right there?
Yeah, I'll speak into it for sure. So we talked about the affordability in New Brunswick and specifically in Moncton. Moncton, being the second largest city in the Maritime, attracts a lot of entrepreneurship. And we've seen a lot of investment, specifically in tech, due to our affordable startup costs. So the costs for commercial real estate and the startup costs in New Brunswick specifically are very affordable. So we are known as a smaller tech hub on the East Coast. We definitely do have a big startup community in our city, and there are a number of different tech jobs available in New Brunswick. So I would say that there's definitely opportunities for you here on the East Coast. Another thing that makes New Brunswick and Moncton especially a little bit unique is broadband sort of internet access has come over from Europe and connected Europe to North America. And one of the hubs is actually Moncton. So we have some of the fastest internet in Canada is located here in the city of Moncton, just due to that access to Europe. So it's kind of like a weird fact about Moncton, but I like to mention it, especially for people in the tech field who rely on really quick, really stable internet. You're going to have access to that here in the city of Moncton.
We have another
Cool.
one here. What are the closest provinces, cities to Moncton?
Yeah, so again, being hub
Geography.
city, being in the very middle of the Maritimes, you have a lot of access to other cities. So it's like Fredericton is in New Brunswick, St. John's in New Brunswick. Those are a couple hours away by car. If you want to go, I believe it's like 4 hours to the city of Halifax. Or if you want to hop on a plane and you want to fly to like Toronto or Montreal, you're an hour and a half to 2 hours away by plane to those cities. So we have a lot of access to different places. Prince Edward Island, maybe if you read Anne of Green Gables and you sort of know those stories, that's a big part of life in Prince Edward Island. We're just about an hour drive across the bridge to Prince Edward Island. So we're very centrally located. And I would say Google Maps is going to be your friend. Check out where Moncton is on the map and sort of what city you want to get to, and that'll help you out. We're also just up the coast from like Boston, Massachusetts, New York City. If you just follow the coast up from New York City, about 9 hours, you'll get to Moncton.
We usually drive to Toronto, so if you're thinking to drive, you can do that as well. So
sure.
but you have like a lot of places that you can visit, like in Atlantic, like Cape Breton or PEI, like so many beautiful places that you can visit, especially in the summer. They're so beautiful. We have another question here. Do you offer business analytics program?
Yeah, so we don't offer a specific business analytics program. We have a Bachelor of Business Administration for those 4-year programs. And then if you're looking for some of those postgraduate options, so graduate master's degree programs, we just have the Masters of Management and Masters of Organizational Management programs. So these are more general management degrees that allow you to then get a focus in the internship component of your program or in other areas. Really, our master's degrees are developed in such a way that it enhances those previous skills that you already have and allow you to be a great manager and leader in the Canadian context.
Yeah, I think that answers this question related to project management, right?
Yeah, for sure. Similar. I would say that in our master's degrees, we are open to students from any background. So Amanda mentioned that students maybe might look at our 2-year Masters of Management degree if they want to sort of change programs. We have students who were maybe teachers, maybe they were educators, and they want to get more into the business and management side of things, rather they just want to do a career shift. We can accept students who have education backgrounds into our Masters of Management degree, and then they have an internship at the end of that degree. So they get a little bit of work experience as well and to apply what they've learned through their education. So we have students who are, like I said, teachers who are nurses and maybe want to be more on the administrative side in like a hospital or in healthcare. This is a great pathway for you. We've had architects we have an architect who is an architect in Iran. He came to Canada, did our Masters of Organizational Management program. He had to do some upgrading as well in the architecture field, but now he works for one of the largest architects in New Brunswick here in the city of Moncton. So there's a number of different pathways. You don't just have to have a business background. You can come from any sort of background. The number of engineers that we've had through these programs, I can't count. There's too many because it is such a great pathway to get you into the Canadian workforce, no matter.
So even if your background is, let's say, this one kin, Margarita Rosa has like a background in tech or you're in
For sure.
engineering, like especially if you're in business, like human resource, you can take this program. But why I have one another question here is like, what are the intakes? So we know that we have May.
Amazing question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda, do you
So
want to take it away? What
Yeah,
intakes do students
I'll
have?
take this one. So we have 3 intakes every year for both campuses.
mhm.
So for we have a January for our winter people, we have a May intake for our spring, and then we have a September fall intake for both programs in both programs in Moncton, and then for just the Master of Management in our other campus in Sussex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I mean, we have
I would
so January can be quite a crazy month to come, depending
I
on
under
went to Canada
transfer, you know?
January.
That's a tough crew. Yeah.
yeah. We call like those are our strongest students. There are tough, committed, dedicated students that show up in January for our January intake. We love our January students.
If you come in January, the weather's just going to keep getting better the entire time you're in.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
Yeah.
decent time to come. I would say that the best intake for you to apply for and to join us is the next intake available. So
Yes.
our programs are highly competitive. So just to give you an
Mhm.
idea, like most of our programs are already full 9 months before the intake is scheduled to
Mm-mm.
begin. So like you want to be applying like 12 months, like we're in May right now. We're filling up our intake for May 2025 right now.
That's
So
right.
we're about a year out. So be thinking that way. And I would encourage you to just apply for the next available intake and get your application in early so that you can get your study permit on time and you can get your fees submitted, and then you won't have any delays and you'll be able to join us when you plan to join us. We
Right.
know that sometimes there's difficulties with study permit delays and
Yeah.
things like that, so we just want you to get early start so you can join when you applied. Yeah.
Yeah, just to jump into that trail, in terms of intake, the nice thing about working with SLE and working with people who work with apply boards with our end is that we do have what we call the success predictors. When you get online, when you get to the dashboard, when you search a program specifically for Crandall University, if you're interested in enrolling in their program for the next possible intake, there is such a thing called a success predictor, which kind of gives you a bird's eye view, just so you get to see, are there a lot of available seats, are there, so like, is the intake still available, what are the chances of me getting in, what's the turnaround time that I can anticipate for. So these are some of the things that are also going to be very, very helpful for a lot of our applicants, which is why I strongly encourage, like, generally speaking, a lot of people are very tech savvy, they can do things on their own, but then that's the advantage of working with people like SLE. They can give you the right kind of direction, the right kind of guidance, and they can let you know what are the things that you need to anticipate, like what are the intakes, what are the seat availability. And to add on to seat availability, I would like to, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler and Amanda, and of course Elizabeth as well. There are some dedicated seats that are specifically for apply board applicants. Is that correct, Tyler?
For
I know
sure.
that
For
you
sure.
you mentioned that one earlier in a
Yeah.
previous conversation. So if you could
Yeah.
jump on that one as well.
Yeah. So we have partners from around the world, but we love partnering with the Apply Board, and we ensure that we're clearly communicating with Apply Board when we have seats available and how many seats are available. So yeah, we want to ensure that you have an opportunity to join us, and we're always keeping the Apply Board team, who's keeping the SLE team up to date on what seats are available. So if you're applying to Crandall, we want you to join on the scheduled intake that's available. So we're always keeping them up to date on what seats are available. So if you see it's available, it means it's available, and
Yeah, and you
yeah,
better
we
just
just
take that
encourage you
chance,
to
jump
apply as
in.
soon as possible because it won't be open forever. Like yeah, sometimes our intakes close like after a month or two, just like super quick because there's so much interest. So I'd always encourage students to apply early.
Yeah, I'm
I think
glad that
this is
Tyler mentioned
sorry.
that one, the 12-month rule. Like, if you're planning on taking it on in May, right, Em? Like,
Mhm.
you got to give them that kind of heads up. Like, if you intend on taking if you're intending on going in for January intake, you have to give at least 12 months so that you
12
have enough time
months,
to prepare.
yes. Yeah, usually tell them like before the intake opens, you need to be ready, you know, because it's very competitive. I think this is a great question because
This
I
is a
don't know,
good
I don't remember we
yeah.
mentioned the tuition fee. So what's the tuition fee for masters and then organizational
Yeah.
program?
So that 1 year program is 12
Mhm.
months long.
Yeah.
So being a 12-month long program, you don't have the sort of the summer break that most programs have. And
Mm-mm.
it comes out just with like your fees and your textbooks included. So this is
Mm-mm.
pretty unique is we include our textbooks in the amount and our fees are already included. So this is sort of the
Okay.
final cost for your education is going to come in just under, I believe it's just under $25,000.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I
right
saw
around
too.
25,
Yeah.
$26,000.
Mm-mm.
And then for our 2 year program, the Masters of Management program, it's going to be the same fees whether you're studying in Moncton, in Sussex, or you plan to go to Providence University College in Winnipeg. Those fees and everything for that program are going to come out just under $18,000 per year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 2 year program, so $18,000 per year.
Which is not bad, guys. Just to
No,
compare again,
yeah,
like some master's degree here will
there's
cost you
yeah.
about 50 or 60,000 for the like a 2 year or 1 year master's degree.
Yeah,
So that's like
there's an institute in
it's a
Toronto whose
steal.
name I won't
Mm-mm.
say, but
Mm-mm.
their cost per year is the same as our cost for the full program for our
Yeah,
Masters in
it's
Management program.
insane.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
so just be aware that costs do differ. On the east
Mm-mm.
coast of Canada, we talked about affordable living, but also you'll find more affordable
Affordable
education
tuition
costs.
fee.
No matter
Mm-mm.
what level of education you're looking at,
Mm-mm.
the affordability is definitely there on the east coast of Canada.
Mm-mm. If I want to apply, how much is like the deposit so that I can, reserve a seat?
So we're a little bit unique in the fact that we will require your full tuition
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
prior to starting your program, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
need that full payment about 3 months before the start of your program.
Oh,
So we have a
okay.
pretty late tuition deposit. That's
Mm-mm.
yeah, like I said, like 3 months before the start of your program. So we'll require your full tuition at that time for the first year, and then
Mm-mm.
also your study permit. So most students will already have their study permit at that point since
Mm-mm.
students are applying for their program 12 months in advance, then we encourage students right away, please apply for your study permit and
Mm-mm.
give us a copy of your passport request letter or your invitation to come to Canada and make your tuition payment 3 months before the
Mm-mm.
program starts. And then you don't have to think about anything until
Mm.
your second year of education, right? Like
Mhm.
everything's covered,
Mhm.
there's no stress. You can
Yeah.
focus on your studies when you come to Canada.
Mm-mm.
And really, as a post secondary institute, we're really focused on your studies here in Canada. I talked about academic
Mm.
excellence. Like that's where we want your focus to be.
Okay. I know we have other questions here, but I don't think we have more time. But
I was gonna
guys, if you have other questions, that's the time to connect with us. Here is our link. I already um put it on the comment section, like the
there we
link where you can
go.
contact us. And then if you want to like apply at either Crandall or Providence, you just have to let us know. If you want to apply at Crandall, or you can apply to both universities, right? And
Yeah.
then see which one like really works for you. But thank you, Tyler, Amanda, Elizabeth, and of course Angela from Apply Board. So when you apply with us, Angela will be working with us as well, like Apply Board. When we submit your application to Crandall University, there's an extra, like checking before submitting it to Crandall, so that Crandall will just focus on the
Yes.
students that, like with
Absolutely.
complete
Yeah.
admission requirements, because you don't want to like submit like missing, like one missing document. It will prolong the process. So yeah, just connect with us. And thank you again, Amanda, Tyler, and Elizabeth. And Angela, do you have any last takeaway?
Yeah. No, but I do want to say thank you so much for inviting us. And of course, a huge, huge, huge shout out and gratitude to our friends from SLE. You guys, you better take the chance and just start making those plans, turn them into your new reality. Work with SLE, study, live, and explore in Canada. So I hope
Mm.
you guys had a lot of fun getting a lot of information from our friends from Crandall University and, of course, from Providence as well. We look forward to getting those applications. And I see just one last thing. Someone was asking, like, how long does it take before they get an application, an LOA, an offer letter? Don't worry
Oh yeah.
about that one. As long as the requirements are complete, you don't have to worry. We'll
So
make sure that the turnaround time is going to be quick.
We're
You just
fast.
have to make sure that it's complete and correct so that it will
yes,
Yeah,
not like
yeah,
take really long.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Yes.
please make sure that you get in touch with our friends from SLE, and we'll work
Mhm.
things out. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Yeah, so
thank you.
this episode it will be in our podcast as well, Kwento Filipino Canadian, and it's gonna be in our YouTube as well. So if you miss, like, you can just go back and watch it like 10 times. So, and then yeah, just connect with us. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone um
Thank you so
for
much.
your
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
share this with your
Thank you so
friends.
much.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
Right.
see
talk to
you
you
in
later.
Canada. See you
See you
guys.
guys. Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
Bye.
bye.